Okay, so this is Ringwalk Media in association with Well Ice Therapy and Steel Hub Management. Mr. Mbilli Deniz. I feel like deja vu has happened because this time last year we had the same Zoom call. You were in the same country, Canada. Only this time we'll put the volume on and record it properly. How's that?
Yeah, that would be great. To be fair, that was a bit of a mishap, hiccup last time, wasn't it?
Complete and utter balls up, mate. 45 minutes of pure gold with you and Callum Simpson, and not a word of it heard by anybody else except us three.
Well, sometimes you just need them ones just for us three.
Just
Sometimes you just need that.
Yeah. Well, listen, it's great to see you, mate. And you do pick your times to travel. You're back out again in Canada, helping some of the fighters out there in the Beterbiev camp ahead of his world title fight. And it's nearly Christmas again. I mean, come on, start picking your times, lad.
Listen, I've been asked to come. I wish I've been wanting to come here in the summer. Every time I come here, they say, "Oh, you need to come in the summer. You need to come in the summer." And I'm like, "Well, get a fight in the summer and invite me over in the summer then." So I mean, fights in January and close to Christmas time because it's freezing over here.
Yeah, but I tell you what, you found that cheesecake shop again, didn't you?
Oh, the ice cream shop. That
Yeah.
ice cream shop is the best. Honestly, I'm going there tonight. Actually, I'm kind of thankful to be fair because obviously I had Callum last time, and I feel like when I thought I'll be all right this time, and even though I'm on my own and stuff, it's been a bit lonely. Like me and
Is
Callum
it?
used to go out every day and go for food and find these new restaurants and do this and do that, but because I've already been out and done them all. I've done most of them, should I say, and I've got no one to go out with, so I'm just on my Todd most of the time. But there's a coach here called John Sculler. Me and him, we introduced him to the ice cream shop, and he loves it. So me and him go for ice cream. We're going for food tonight and going for ice cream. So I'm quite thankful that John's here, to be fair, because I would have been a bit of a loner
A
for these
little
past
date
three
night
weeks.
going on, mate.
Little bromance, little date night, nothing wrong with that.
Well, listen, I tell you what, you're out there specifically to help Christian and Billy ahead of his I think his continental title fight, super middleweight title fight. I think he's co-main event on the Smith and Beterbiev fight, isn't he?
Yeah, that's correct. He's the co-main event for that for the card in January.
And he's a bit of a monster. He's 25 and 0, 21 KOs. He's no laugh, is he?
No, he's definitely not a laugh. But I like that, like like you remember last year when we were speaking about Beterbiev, I remember hearing stories about him before we went there. Me and Callum we were saying to each other, like, imagine if we got here and got knocked out in the first week. But no, like I come here and with Beterbiev first, and I was tried and tested, and I proved my
Mm.
worth. So, and then we got invited back for Beterbiev. So to even be invited back again for another fight, it just shows that we're doing something right, and we are at a certain level, and we are worth something at this moment in the career.
Yeah, you definitely are. And I know you've had a frustrating year with sort of injuries and stuff, but I know you're on the path to recovery and probably looking about probably getting out early in the new year, which we can't wait to see. We need a bit of Billy Deniz back in our lives again. Your career was storming alongside Callum's at the time, and like I say, you picked up that injury and just been out a little while. But I mean, how are things going? You're all full steam ahead now, sort of in training camp as well yourself?
Yeah, of course. I've been in camp all year. To be fair, like I've been training hard, training twice, like twice a day, doing everything that I do in camp. Been keeping my weight down. Like I'm in really good shape. I'm fit. Like I said, like I've come here sparring. I'm sparring 3 times a week. I have no trouble with that, and I'm still training on the other days. So
Mm.
I'm not fight ready, but I'm well and truly there to kickstart a camp off. Like I could start a camp tomorrow, no problem.
Yeah, that's
So
a good
so yeah.
place to be. And
Hope
obviously changing over gyms into Joe Gallagher's. I can see the difference in you, even though you've not really had a fight under Joe yet. I don't think. I think you have one. I think.
Yeah, I was with Joe for 6 weeks, and then
Yeah,
obviously that's when I had my first that fight in my last fight. I was only with Joe for 6 weeks, but now I've been with him for a good few months, and when I start fighting more, I'll be having that more one-to-one time, and I'm understanding the style more and stuff. So yeah, you can definitely tell there's been a bit of a Joe Gallagher essence added onto me with how professional I am, how I carry myself, everything really. And it's like the trainers here when I come here, they see me. I was obviously when I sparred Beterbiev last year, I was like a good 40 and a half stone.
mm,
Like I'm in like fight shape now. So when I come, there was all like bloody hell. Like, where have you gone? I was like, I've stayed in shape all year round, because they told me like I listened to everyone and everyone's everything everyone says, because you can always take something from someone. And when I was here last year, they used to say, you've got to keep in shape, you've got to stay a certain amount of fitness just in case. And I took that on board last year, and I've used it this year, and I've realised massively like you've got to stay in that shape, because it adds miles onto the clock if you don't. Cutting weight, ballooning up, cutting weight, doing this,
yeah.
doing that, and it's a short game, this boxing. So you want to try and get as many years out of it as possible.
Well, it's good to see you learning, and I know from speaking to Joe myself that he said at the very beginning when you went over, he got to kind of not slow you down, but just calm you down a little bit and get you sort of into the sort of the more professional sort of routines that he's used to giving his fighters. And we can see it, and we really can see it. I mean, if I was to compare this Zoom to the one that we did where no one can hear us last year, we can see body shape is completely different. We can
Oh
see
yeah, no,
your
definitely.
your demeanor is different. You're more controlled in pretty much everything that you're doing, and I'm really pleased for you, mate, because that will, once you get back in the ring, is gonna make you even more dangerous, isn't it?
Oh yeah, definitely. Consistency is key, and that's what I'm just needing now. That the mountains, that consistency. I need a good five, maybe even 6 fights next year. I just want that consistency and get the ball rolling proper, and then we can use 2024 as of a getting back in the motion and getting back in my rhythm, and just getting that 6 month that I've been out of the ring, like it never happened. And then
Yeah.
we can really 2025 we can really push for like big things. But yeah, 2024 hopefully is going to be a very busy year for me.
I hope Kevin's listening because he needs to plan you in on all of his shows to get you out there. And I think you're going to have a lot of people sort of, wanting to come and watch you as they always do, mate. You've always got a crowd with you. I mean, you're sat on 9-0. You've got 5 KOs in that 9-0. So I'm sure you're looking to get to double figures and make a bit of a statement on your comeback as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. And then it's not been good for me, but it also has been good for me that I've had a few months out, because like the excitement's back for my fans and people coming to watch. My
Mm.
friends, my family, like that's my friends and family's night out. That's like everyone's, you know what I mean? Time to
People stay
celebrate.
up for
So
it, don't
everyone's
they?
been on my case. Yeah, everyone's been on my case. Like, when you fighting, when you fighting, when you fighting. So it's good because I know the fire's still there in my supporters' bellies, and obviously that's good, because when you've not fought for a long time, people can lose interest and stuff. But I think
Mm.
it's because I've stayed in shape and I've stayed training and I'm posting videos of me training hard, and it's kept people excited. Like, oh, can't wait for this next fight. So yeah, I'm looking to make a big statement next year in the first fight back. Statement in every fight, clinical performances, mature performances, and just um, let's just kick off the year with a good start.
Well, I'm going to ask the question that everyone's going to want to know. You might not answer it, to be fair. Are we going to see the rematch against Perry Howe or not?
That is not up to me. That is up to Joe and Kevin. I'll fight anyone. I'm not bothered. Um, but like I said, that's up to Kevin. That's up to Joe. I don't even think he deserves a rematch, to be truthfully honest with you, after last time. That's in the past now. I just want to move past it because it was a terrible. I won't even get into it, but
No.
yeah, it was. It's not a thing that I'm proud. It's not a performance that I'm proud of. So yeah, probably Perry's the best thing to stay in the past. Let him be a clown and be other clowns with other people. We don't need that now. I'm
No.
maturing and I'm growing, so no point in going backwards.
Well said, my friend. Well said. So listen, before we start talking about other people, how's your dad? I always ask how your dad is on interviews because I love him. He's the character that we should see and hear all the time. How is he? Is he in good health? Is he looking forward to Christmas?
Yeah, well, my dad's one of them. He's a proper old school Turkish man. Like he don't really bother with birthdays and Christmases and stuff like that. But yeah, he's in good health. There's another Turkish fighter in Montreal that's obviously in the same gym as Beterbiev and Mbilli. So it was my dad's birthday, not yesterday, a few days ago it was.
Yeah.
So I got my dad on FaceTime and put him onto the Turkish fighter I met, and he was having a good conversation and stuff. So it was nice to see, and it's good to see that like Mehmet shared my story and stuff, and a lot of more Turkish people started following me. So it's good. And like I always say, like I'm happy to be a part of that Turkish community with my dad and stuff because it's just another massive fan base and another family really
Yeah.
to hold on to and to engage with. So yeah, but my dad is good. He said the other day that we have to start a cooking show or something, and put it on YouTube and stuff.
Listen,
And I
I'm
was just
bags in
laughing
that
at him
one.
saying, "Oh,
I'm bags in the rights to that one. Billy Deniz,
I swear to God,
master chef.
that would be funny. To be fair, it'd be like big cook, little cook, because I can cook myself. My dad can cook, so it's just you've seen the videos on Instagram yourself. He's a character. He's funny. The things he says and the things he comes out with, it's just he's hilarious. But yeah, he's very good. My mum's good. Everyone back home's good. Like I said, I'm a bit lonely this time. I'm missing the
Of
boys,
course.
missing the family. But if I didn't have my PlayStation and the boys back home with my microphone on, playing on Call of Duty, I think I would have lost my mind, to be fair. But that's what's keeping me a bit sane, Call of Duty.
Well, I'm glad to divert half an hour of your time anyway, mate. It's always great to speak to you. Now, listen, let's talk about the other half of the trouble. Mr. Simpson, a little bit quiet recently, but he's just starting to show his face again, and I think he's after that British title, isn't he?
Tell you what's going to happen, right?
Go on then.
Callum Simpson is gonna walk into whatever arena it's going to be in, and he's going to take that British title with ease.
There's a
I said
statement.
it here, and I said it first. Callum Simpson is going to walk into whatever arena that it's held at, the AO, this arena, York Hall, whatever, wherever it is. If it's in the back garden, he's going to walk in and take that British title with ease, whether it's Jack Cullen or Zach Cheller, with ease. Yeah, I said it here, and I said it first.
Who would you like him to fight?
What are Zach Chelly and
Yeah,
Jack Cullen? Oh,
because both of them are
you
cracking
know,
fights.
no, both of them are very cracking fights. Jack Cullen's a better fight for Callum's career,
Yeah,
and for Callum to grow as a fighter, I think. But the Zach Chelly fight would be a bit more exciting because Zach's still young. He's only had that loss to Matt Jeffers. He's hungry, but and he's very cocky. You know, he
well,
thinks
that might suit
cocky.
this.
He's
That
very
might suit Callum because he's walking around with shades on like he's like a movie star these days.
Yeah, he's in the limelight. He's soaking it all in, so he should be. I'll be doing the same when I'm there, but yeah, so he should be. But no, like you said last year, we was both here together, sparring Beterbiev, and
Yeah,
the growth he's had is amazing, and it's good to see, and it's good to see that it's possible, and it's good to see that people like us can go there and do that. So Callum's just like laying like the yellow brick road for me to follow, what you could say.
Yeah, and I
But
think
yeah, like I said,
I think
I
you
think he'd take
guys,
that British title with ease.
yeah. I mean, whoever he gets in the ring with is going to have a hard night, no matter what. Callum has just stepped it up, and it was obvious from watching him in the earlier years, that he was going to go on and do very well, and also, yourself, you've got that as well. You've come along that journey, you and Callum, kind of stable mates and friends, and you've kind of gone through the same process together. Okay, you've had, this year's been a frustrating year, but there's no reason why after 2 or 3 fights this year, if you get done by sort of July with 3 fights, you can't get that opportunity to get out onto a big platform and show everybody Billy Deniz. Because I think, you've got that, like you said, look where you are now, look at who you're learning from. And this was a year ago you were there. So you're back there, you've still got another year's growth in you. And I think that probably will get you into a place where you can almost emulate what Callum's done.
No, like you're saying, definitely 1,000,000%. When Callum was here, he was like the big brother. He's got a few years on me, Callum. So he was like the big brother, and he was like, "I'll spar first. I'll let the big brother step in first." But yeah, I think Callum's just going to get this other fight out of the way. Whenever it's announced, then obviously the Jack Cullen and Zach Kelly are going to fight, and then Callum's just really more set on that. To be honest, whoever's in front of him before that, then they've got to get knocked over first. But yeah, Callum's thriving, and hopefully, maybe late next year, early the year after, can be chasing them big titles.
Well, is I'm going to throw a spanner in the works and see what you think about this, because he's been having a little bit of to and fro with Mr. Ben Whittaker, another quiet gentleman that doesn't like the limelight at all. And it is a little is one for the honeypot. How about he almost bypasses the British title and goes for an interim world title against Ben?
That would be a good fight. See, the thing I think about Ben Whittaker is, don't get me wrong, is he a two-time silver medalist at the Olympics? Yeah, listen, he's gone to the Olympics, he's gained 2 silver medals, he's a fantastic boxer, he's slick, he's fast, he's got punch power, he's got it all, but he got it all, but have we seen him have it all? Can he fight?
Well, I don't think we've seen
This
him
is a
tested
big question,
yet.
Well, you don't know, do you? Sky are obviously, they're not stupid. They're progressing him well. It's like Frank Warren with Anthony Yard. He's the poster boy. So they was progressing him well, and then it's like the night Lyndon beat Yard. It wasn't supposed to happen.
No,
it wasn't supposed to happen. So, but yeah, that's the thing about Ben Whittaker. Can he fight? It's like when Josh Kelly fought. Who did Josh Kelly fight now?
he's fought a few.
What's he called? The strong, who comes forward.
Well, that narrows it down.
Called? What's he called?
Hang on.
Is it Avanesian?
David Avanesian.
Is he called Avanes? That's it. Him. Like, Josh Kelly's like slick, sharp, like incredible. Like, you look at him and think, wow, like you can't touch him.
Yeah, because he fought him
who comes whose game.
February 21. He lost, didn't he? Josh Kelly. He lost to Avanesian.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you watch the fight, Josh does what Josh does.
Yeah.
But he can only sustain it for a certain amount of rounds, because them pressure fighters, whether it takes them 6 rounds, 4 rounds, 10 rounds, they're going to get you.
Yeah.
And that caught up. So I'd like to see Ben Whittaker tested first against someone who's credible, game, and someone who can fight. And then maybe talk about him and Callum, because Callum can fight, Callum can box.
Yeah.
You know, Callum likes fighting more than he likes boxing, and I don't know why. Because if I was as tall as him and had long arms like that, I'd be boxing all day. You know, I've got a fight. I'm only small, but yeah.
Are you
So
only small, Billy?
um, I'm only small.
That's funny because in COD you're
6 foot,
6'2".
I'm a 6 foot Turkish gorilla. That's what I am. Just got to fight my way through.
Of
But
course,
but no.
of course, Josh Kelly. We talk about Josh Kelly. He's fighting Placido Ramirez this weekend in Sunderland. Going to be a good fight, that one. I think Josh is kind of, he's had a very good year. Beat Gabriel Corzo, of course, unanimous decision. Of course, he beat Troy Williamson back end of 2022. So he's had not a bad year this year, and I think next year Josh is going to be looking at world titles as well.
Well, yeah. Do you know what? I think that like I was just saying that having a SCM fight was probably the best thing for him. You know,
Yeah,
um, he's probably realised that he can't do that to everyone, and he's probably adapted his style a bit because his style is class. There's no point in changing it. You're never going to change that. That's who he is. So
yeah,
just make them small adaptations, and like what he did to Troy Williams, like he boxed his head off, and like the last fight he had, boxed his head off. But yeah, I think Josh Kelly's very. Josh Kelly's a typical like amateur slick boxer, innit?
yeah,
You have your boxers and you have your fighters, don't you?
yes. And then you have boxer fighters.
Yeah, we do. I'm
They're
on my
called
way there.
they're
I'm
called
on my
Billy
way.
Deniz.
I'm on my way there. I'm on my way.
Now listen,
But
you got to clear something up for me, right? Because I always call you Billy
go on.
Deniz, but is it Billy Dens? What is it?
It's Billy Deniz.
Billy Deniz. See, so Billy Deniz is like the
Deniz.
French version.
Yeah, it's like Billy Deniz. You'd have to ask my dad this because I actually don't know how it's properly pronounced. I used to use this I used to use this as an excuse in school. Do you know if I was sprinting down the corridor, they'd go Billy Deniz and they'd say it wrong. I'd just ignore him and be
Well,
like, "Well, you didn't shout me.
I did
I
ask.
don't know who that is."
I have asked your dad this, and you know what his reply was? But it's just Billy, innit?
Oh, this is what I mean. He's a buzz, he understands us, but he don't fully when he speaks, he misses his words and stuff. But he's
Love
got
him.
like that Mancunian accent, but a bit of Turkish accent.
So
But yeah.
listen,
Hey, what about that on weekend?
so listen.
What
Sorry to
about
cut. Go on, tell me.
what about Haney and
Progray.
who did he fight now? What about that?
Not a bad fight, was it?
That was like not as much an Errol Spence and Crawford fight, but it was it happened the same. Like
Yeah.
Progress was supposed to come in here and knock him out, and give him at least a close fight. And Haney was just wow, punch perfect, punch perfect.
I tell you
Like
what,
it was
it was a very one-sided fight, and the Mermins are that Mr. Conor Ben might be jumping in at 147 with him, and I mean that fight. Wow, I would love to see that fight.
well. This is what I'm saying now, right? About boxers and fighters. Conor Ben is a fighter. He can bang. He's
Oh,
fast. He
yeah,
can box. You know, he's aggressive. He's pressure. His feet. Like Haney's the typical American dream like boxer. Slick, bum pops his laser jab. Very calm, very collective, reserved, good defense, good feet. So when them sort of styles clash, it's good to see
yeah.
because can Haney nullify Ben, or can Ben just bulldoze Haney? It's one or the other, isn't it?
It's
You
it,
know what I
it
mean?
it's
So
it it
it's
throws up an
very
amazing fight. And listen, we speak to Connor a little bit, and we know him quite well, and he's had a horrific year. I'm sure he's pleased to see the back of this year. it's been good to see him out and about the last few months, and a lot of love in the room for him, and I'm so pleased he's back boxing again. I know he's got a couple of bits to, sort out, but we need to see boxers of quality of Conor boxing again, and I think 2024 is going to be the year of 50-50 fights. We've spoken to all the main promoters, all the big guys, the Matchams, the Boxers, the Wassermans, the Queensberries. We've spoken to all these guys, and they've all said, right, we're not doing journeyman fights anymore. We're going to just 50-50 most of these guys that can, and we want proper fights next year. I think it's going to be a brilliant, brilliant year, 2024 for boxing.
No, I don't disagree with you. I've seen a boxing page posted it, like all these different posters that they've made themselves of all these potential 50-50 fights. You got Haney and Tank, you got Usyk and Fury, you got AJ and Wilder, you've got Canelo and Beterbiev, you've got all these mad, crazy fights that could be made next year. But let's see how many of them actually get made. That's the problem, innit?
If you could pick your dream fight, next year, who would it be?
What, for me to watch someone fight?
No, for you to fight. If you were in shape and you were fit, who would you fight? Who is your dream fight? Kevin Murray come to you and say, right, Billy, I've got budget, no worry. You tell me who you want to fight. Who would you pick?
I'd fight for a world title.
No, who would you pick?
Oh, I don't know. That's light heavyweight division. Who holds belts in the light heavyweight division? You got Bivol, Artur. Who else holds belts?
Lyndon.
Any one of them three, I'd love to fight, because if it was a dream fight, then I'd want to fight for a world title, 100%. So, but I'm not. Do you know what? You can't even ask me that sort of question, because I've never even thought of something like that.
I can, because it means I'm the first that's done it.
That's.
Look at his head now. Look, he's thinking about
that. I really don't know. Like, I really actually don't know. You've actually baffled me there.
Well, listen, mate. When are you coming home? When are you back?
I'm still trying to think. I'm back hopefully on the 23rd. Last year me and Callum were supposed to fly on the 23rd.
You had a nightmare.
But touch wood. Well, I had a nightmare getting here, didn't I?
Yeah.
Do you know about the nightmares I had?
I do. We've only got 7 minutes left on here, so I did see that you were having. Well, I've got to be honest with you. As much as I love you, I pissed myself laughing when I see you were at it again.
What in the airport?
Yeah.
Oh no, honestly, it was doing my head in. Like, for everyone who don't know, my first flight got delayed 2 hours from Manchester to London. So because that flight got delayed, my connecting flight from London to Canada already left without me. Thanks. Nice one. Because it wasn't British Airways' fault, won't give me a hotel or anything. Thankfully, the team over here in Canada got me a hotel, but I was like, because we're 5 hours in front back home, it was like 11:30 at night. I'm sat in the airport and I only just got a hotel. They give me £30. British Airways give me £30 to spend in the airport for when I was sat there for 5 hours. I just went in prep. Never been in prep before. Now I love it. I'll be going there all the time. I spent £30 in prep, and then then stayed at the hotel, got up. Everything was running smooth to Canada. Got on my flight. We've gone onto the runway. The pilot comes on and goes, "Oh, something wrong with the plane. We've got to go back." Went back into our gate.
That
4 hours I was sat on that flight before it even set off. 4 hours on the runway. It's a good job they've got them little films in the thing. I was watching Rocky 1 and 2. I watched Rocky 1 and 2 while I was waiting. And then yeah, I got here and there was a big snowstorm. I've gone in the gym downstairs in the hotel on the treadmill. I've broke the treadmill.
We see
So
that.
yeah, there's my bad luck in three. That was me bad luck in three done. So everything's been smooth sailing from there. So hopefully it carries on smooth sailing.
Well, listen, we'll keep our fingers crossed that you get home safe this time for Christmas and don't have any dramas, mate. But I have to say, I did have a bit of a chuckle when you were sat on that plane for 4 hours on the runway.
Listen, you want the only one. Everyone was messaging me laughing. I could have fought anyone. Forget any world title. Could have had a fight with anyone that day because I was just like this stressed out in my head. Like, oh, please tell me that I'm going to Canada today. Just please fly. I don't care if the plane crashes or something. As long as I land in Canada, I'm not bothered. Just take the flight, please. But yeah, and I've never flew on my own before, and I was even more stressed out. Like, what if I missed a flight? Or what if this? What if that? Blah blah. And I was just like, oh, I can't deal with this. It's Christmas in 3 weeks. I can't deal with this. You know
Well,
what I mean?
you're there, you're safe, you're learning, and you're enjoying yourself. You're working hard, and it's good to see that you're soaking up the knowledge and going to bring it back for a brilliant 2024, mate.
No, definitely. I'm happy that I'm here. Like you just said, I'm grateful for the experiences. Not many people get these experiences, and I've had it twice in the space of a year. So I'm grateful. I get looked after here really well. The team's amazing, Mark and everyone else. So yeah, I'm blessed. You could say I'm too blessed to be stressed,
Well,
as they
listen,
say.
we've got
So yeah.
3 minutes, 40 seconds left. So, one more thing to address. Are you going to have a Christmas haircut? Because you can't come back to the UK without Barnet.
Well, I was just speaking to my barber about this before. So it's the first Christmas with the baby. So I might have to leave it Christmas Day and just get it done Boxing Day.
Right.
So I can't. I might have to just go and get my beard done somewhere. Just my beard neat and done. I'm not too bothered about my hair, but it's not that bad. You're going on like I've got. I don't know. Like I've got weeds growing out of it.
If
It's
I
not that
if I
bad. I
can't
just come back from the gym. That
if I can't take the mick out of your hair on a Zoom interview, then it's a bad day. Listen, at
well,
least you've
I'll let
got
you have
some,
you.
pal.
I'll let you. I'll. Oh well, I'll be there one day, mate. Don't worry.
Right. Well,
I'll be there
listen,
one day.
we're running out of
But
time, mate. It's great to see you as always. You're looking fit and well. It's good to see you smiling and enjoying boxing. Dear God. um, Billy, I hope you have a fantastic Christmas. Best wishes to you and your family. Safe travels home. And I cannot wait to see Billy Deniz fighting in 2024. Have a good one, mate.
listen, listen, thank you, and you two have a blessed Christmas. You and the family. Hope you have a good one, and you'll be seeing me very soon, I'm sure.
No, I've not been drinking this year, mate. I'm all good. But all the best, mate. And we'll catch you soon.
All the best, pal.